Hi, my spiritual family on YouTube. Um, I would like to share a dream that I had this morning with you guys. Me dreaming about Jesus is nothing new. I've been seeing Jesus in my dreams for about a year now. And I would like to share a dream that I had this morning. Um, okay, first of all, my mother died in May, and like God rest her soul. And but I don't know if what's going on in the world is allowing us to be closer to the spiritual world and to be able to communicate. I don't know, but I've been seeing my mother in a lot of dreams, and she's been talking to me. Um, when she was alive, it wasn't really close. Um, in the dreams that I've been seeing her in, it's like the first one that I saw her in was like a week after she died, and she told me she got up and she was smiling. She was laying on the couch. She got up and she smiled at me and she said, I've been waiting on this time for a long time. She said, don't be worrying and don't be crying because I am resting. And she said that don't worry about coming up with no insurance money because some family that I didn't know had an insurance policy out on her. And my stepfather also had an insurance policy that nobody knew about. And, you know, a couple weeks later, my mother's family that I never met actually came trying to collect her body. And, you know, I know that it was her, and I know that by the grace of God, you know, because I be worrying about stuff, and the only person I have to talk to is God about it. And, you know, I think that He allowed her to come to me so that I can have peace of mind. But anyways, as far as her, I've still been seeing her in my dreams. This morning I dreamed that there was a lot of chaos going on in the world, and like it was to the point where the Christians were about to get rounded up and slaughtered and everything else. It was just a whole lot of evil going on in the world. Um, I was on one side, and in the middle of where I was, there was a big lake, like a big space or something. I don't know what it was, but I looked across and I saw Jesus standing there. He was standing across, like from what it looked like in my dream, it looked like it could be a lake. He was standing across it, and behind him was his angels. There were a lot of angels behind him, and I remember thinking that there's things over there I ain't ever seen before, you know. And so next thing I know, I started telling my husband in the dream, Jesus coming. I see Jesus, he's coming. And so he actually came across the lake, and I followed him, and I was like, Lord, I'm so happy to see you. You know, I'm so happy you're here. And I turned around and I saw my mother. She was sitting in a chair, and she had a black stray jacket on, like a black stray jacket. And her face was covered up like with some kind of black mask on it. And you know, I looked at Jesus and I told Jesus, Lord, you know, you taught me to be a good person. You taught me to accept even those who wrong me. I told him, I said, Lord, I can't see her like this. I can't see her like this. Can you tell them to take that off her face. I mean, I can't see it. I can't, I can't look at her that way. And Jesus said, because I asked that he would do it, and they took it off her face. As far as where she was, I had no idea, but it's like she was distant from me. She was like on the other side of the lake. It's crazy. It sounds crazy. That's not the only dream I've had where I'm talking to Jesus. Last year around August, around this time, I dreamed that I was it was me and a whole group of people like behind me, and we were in this warehouse like hiding, and a lot of people in the group were starting to give up on on Jesus coming, and they wanted to, okay, we can go back, we don't have to run no more, they're not after us no more, we can go back. And I kept telling them, no, that's not a good idea, because if you go back, they gonna catch you, they gonna catch you, and they might kill you, and a lot of the people were getting impatient with me. So lust started to come through the group. It was like actually like women and men. We were all running, and some of the guys were like, trying to holler at the girls and all kind of other stuff. And I'm just like, no, that's not a good idea. Don't do this. And like as soon as I said that, everything stopped. Time stopped. Everything stopped. It's like it froze. And I saw Jesus come into the room. He walked in as a lion, and he stood in front of me, and he told me, he said, Rachel, I need you to fly and go and get some other people, and when you do that, just have faith and keep faith that I'm coming, and I'll be there in your time of need. And I was just so happy that he was there. I was excited. I actually talk about this dream in another video. There was another dream that I had that wasn't really Jesus wasn't in it, but it was one of those dreams that kind of make you think. I was into the world when I had this dream, but I was standing outside, and I looked over to my left, and there were two aliens standing there. They were real tall, and they had on these like they had on some robes, and they were like they were real long robes, and they had these scrolls, and they were reading off the scrolls, and the scrolls were so long that they actually like were on the ground, like hanging on the ground. And they pointed to the sky, and I looked up at the sky, and they told me to count the moons. So I counted 11 moons, and then they looked at me and they told me that it was time to go. And so I went back in the house. I think I was kind of procrastinating because I was trying to waiting for more people to come. But they knew what I was doing, and they told me to come on, let's go. And so I said, okay. I got on something, and all I know is we were headed north. And when I got on there, I sat down. There was a lot of people on there. There were a lot of women and children, a lot of people on there. And we started to go up, and when we went up, I could look out the window, and I saw tornadoes and fireballs coming back down toward the earth. And some kind of way I could see a loved one in my head or something. I could see them sitting there like sad because they knew that I was gone, like that I had made it out, and they didn't. And that's when I woke up. Like I said, I've been having a lot of dreams about Jesus, and that I'm talking to Jesus, and I know that His return is real soon. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know some of the stuff in my dreams I don't even understand, but it has been good to me. Before my mother died, I think He, in His way, He let me know that it was gonna happen. And how that happened was, I was standing in her house, and I looked out the window because she died. But before she died, her boyfriend died. And she was living with her boyfriend at the time, and he didn't believe in Jesus. And but in the dream, I was standing in his house, and I looked out the window, and I saw a tornado coming toward the house. Before I could scream, everybody had died. Everybody had died. I dreamed about the tsunami in Japan a couple of weeks before it happened. I know it was the middle of the night, and I woke my husband up, and I said, "Baby, I just dreamed that a tsunami came and killed everybody." I've been having dreams for a long time. I thank God that He's communicating and letting me know what's going on. I hope that if you know Jesus Christ, you're willing to accept prophecy, and you're willing to accept the fact that He is coming. Whether we like it or not, this is the time. So, God bless you, and thank you for listening.